Hi, namaste. Welcome to Steadfast, a practice of intention setting, mobility, and meditative state. You'll need 30 minutes and a yoga mat. We will start in intention setting for 5 minutes, and it is recommended to be seated, though modify it throughout the practice as needed. Okay, bring movement into the body. Mobility is 20 minutes, and I'm thinking that we'll do a blend of low to the ground, but first I think we need to shake up the snow globe or flip the energetic state from a state of rest or stagnation to vibrancy with none other than sun salutations. Let's find a table pose. Before sun salutations, let's flow through spinal flexation cat-cow. In your own rhythm, the inhale and the exhale, guiding the movement as the spine contracts and expands. Come to plank pose. And then chaturanga to a downward facing dog. Forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Mountain. Swan dive. Forward fold. Plank. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Mountain. Swan dive. Forward fold. Plank. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Mountain. Swan dive. Forward fold. Plank. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Mountain. Swan dive. Forward fold. Plank. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Mountain. And fold. Plank. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Mountain. Swan dive. Forward fold. Plank. Chaturanga to downward facing dog. Forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Mountain. Swan dive. Forward fold. Plank. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Mountain. Swan dive, forward fold. Hang out here in ragdoll. Micro bending your knees. To plank and chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Mountain. Swan dive. Forward fold. Plank. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Mountain. Swan dive. Forward fold. Plank. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Mountain. Swan dive. Forward fold. Plank. And chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Mountain. Swan dive. Forward fold. Plank. Or table to plank if you can't make it directly to plank. And chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Mountain. Palms above the head. Swan dive. Forward fold. Plank. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Mountain. Swan dive. Forward fold. Plank. Chaturanga. To a downward facing dog. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And fold. Mountain. Swan dive. Forward fold. Plank. Chaturanga, downward facing dog. Last vinyasa, forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Mountain. Swan dive, forward fold. Plank. And chaturanga. Last downward facing dog. We'll hold the pose for a minute. Find the knees, meet the surface, coming onto the back body. So I have the knees up and the heels about a foot or less distance from the hips. So the legs are bent. And then let the knees lean against another so that there's no holding going on in the lower body. Rock the head side to side. Bring the heels in a bit closer so that the knees are just above the space between the heels and the hips. So kind of where we started, the knees are no longer leaning in together. We're preparing for a bridge pose. So bring the palms up above the head, opening up underneath of the arms. The spine is flat on the earth. The feet are planted. Again, just less than a foot or so. So when we lift the hips in this bridge pose at this time, then the knees stay above the heels. That's the foundation. And the upper back body is also supporting this pose. To come out of bridge, lower the spine starting with the top half. And then let the tailbone meet the earth. That's when it's time to widen the heels a bit and then bring the knees together. So there's no stress on the lower body. Notice if there's tension creeping up to the upper body, like the palms, they should relax too during the pose. So bring the heels back to the foundation for bridge and then lift the hips. And lower. Now that we have the foundation and our cues to safely be in the pose, it will be as simple as lifting and lowering and lift. Hold. Lower. Well done. Let's come to waterfall with the heels up so the legs are extended. A deep inversion, meaning that the blood is flowing in the opposite direction by gravity. Find the foundation again, and then just lift one. So one leg extended. Coming to the hip opener. So this is also a figure 4 stretch, but it can be accessible by bringing that lifted leg's knee towards the body, bending the leg, and then bringing that heel over towards the opposite side of the body. So the outside of that lower leg that's lifted will meet the top of the foundational leg, or the leg that's going to support. And it meets the top of that thigh. So both legs are lifted then, bringing that second leg's knee towards the body too. In summary, it's that one leg is crossing over the body, and that leg's outer lower half is resting against the thigh of the second leg, which is also coming towards the body. Should feel like an opening in one of the hips. Lower the supporting leg and lift the heel once more of the side which was just being opened. Rest both heels. Rock the head side to side. And second leg, lift the heel, extend so that hamstring is opening, and then bring that knee towards the body, bending the leg. Bring the heel over towards the opposite side of the body, and let that outer lower leg meet the top of the resting thigh, then bring the resting leg towards the body. Opening up the hip on the opposite side. Breathe deep. Rest the supporting heel. Lift the leg that was opening, or the leg that had the hip opening. Rest both heels. We have like 1 minute left of mobility, so let's hold a bridge for a bit, lifting the hips. Once the foundation is set, and lower. Rock side to side, bringing the knees into the chest, or rock forwards and backwards. We'll meet in a seat or meditative state. We'll be here for about 4 minutes. I'm sorry about that. I guess I just got so zenned out. No, it was the battery that was lost. However, I'll link to a more fulfilled, steadfast version. Thank you for practicing and see you again. Namaste.